It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Miss the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Our favorite moments of the week, including our Fortune Friday segment from Friday morning. Plus, let's say your wife's phone is ringing and it's debt collectors, but you don't even think you're in debt. And you find out later that she's been running up bills everywhere. How do you handle this and still keep the marriage alive? That happened during the week, and we had some amazing advice for that. All coming up in the podcast. Here we go.
I am so tired. Yesterday, I started getting really bad cramps at around 10 a.m. and I didn't even know why, because I don't ever get them, and then they progressively got worse. Then they started feeling like contractions where they came every 13 seconds and my belly would get really hard. I'm like, is this like an immaculate, situation? What happened? And then I finally, I'm just counting down the minutes till I can be in bed yesterday. I had so much to do. And sold 2 things off Marketplace, by the way, successfully.
Did you get that table sold?
Don't ever slide into my DMs and get me so excited like that. I do have Ethan on the line for that. And then Tammy for the recumbent bike, because I'm dropping Paul like a bad habit. He's a loser. He's not getting back to me. But anyway, it was just like my insides were being murdered. And then all of a sudden at midnight, I get some relief. I vomit.
Ooh.
And I had the night sweats all night. I could not get comfortable. And then all of a sudden after the vomit, then I was like, oh, do I look tired?
So you think you've had tired mannerisms this morning?
Yeah, I'm so
when you
tired.
lean on your coffee cup and go.
I'll
so
pick up.
It's lady time stuff, or you think you ate something wrong?
I honestly don't know. You know what I had yesterday? That sweet potato after the show, and then I had a goddess salad from Panera. That is all I had yesterday.
What'd you have?
And a string cheese.
The day before, though, it usually takes about 12 hours to really work its way into sickness.
Day before?
Yeah.
I had a Cobb salad, and then I had a tomato soup. I think that's all I had the day before, and a granola bar.
Granola bar suspect.
Was it? That's what did it?
Actually, to be honest, the amount of preservatives that are in that thing probably is a little suspect. But
I
maybe
think just the relief that happened. I was like,
it was something in your stomach.
Angels
obviously.
above started singing, and I'm like, but still, it robbed me of a good night's sleep. So
I had about 15 extra minutes yesterday. So the first thing I did was I saw that Kat was advertising a table on Facebook Marketplace. So I just hit her up with a, is this still available thing?
Yep,
and
that was nice.
and then I don't know how I ran across this, but you say you've seen this show. What's the show called? Do you know?
Company Retreat.
Okay. So basically, from what I can understand is it's one of these retreat things, right? Obviously, your company goes to it and you sit there and there's a hypnotist. And he tells you, and if you haven't heard this, you have to hear this story. I started crying, laughing as I heard this story. It goes on, and they get a guy hypnotized, and then basically they tell him he's got to say the most honest thing ever that maybe nobody knows.
Okay.
I just gotten sober, and I thought that I would never find love again. And then I met Allison, and she was hilarious. And then one night, it was our 6-month anniversary, and we finished making love, and I had to go to the bathroom, and she said, bring me back something special. And I went into the bathroom, and when I was sitting there, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I brought her back something special? So I wrapped a bunch of toilet paper around my hand.
No.
And I reached in the toilet to grab a piece of poop. And I went back into the bedroom and I said, hey, Allison, I brought you back something special. And she didn't find it funny. And she screamed. But when she screamed, it startled me and I squeezed the poop. And then part of it broke off and landed on the carpet. And I was saying, I'm sorry, I thought it was funny. But her cat was licking the poop on the carpet.
You know what this show's concept is, though, right?
I get it now, but I'd never even been aware that this was a thing.
If you're not watching this, it is so funny because everyone on the show, they're actors except for this one guy, and he is not. He doesn't know that everyone is acting. He thinks that this is like the craziest group of people. But he got this new job at this company. Is it the hot sauce company? And then they go on this company retreat. He's hired like a day before that. And they're like, you came just in time. You're going to love it. It is so funny.
What is it on?
What is it on? HBO Max, maybe?
Oh, my God. I didn't know that I watched this probably 5 times yesterday.
So you haven't watched the show?
No.
Oh, my God. It gets crazier every episode.
Basically, they're just punking out one person.
Just the guy. So
And
he was placed there. He went to like a job placement place, and the camera crew or whoever developed this concept must have gone to this job placement and said, you have to send us somebody that would withstand what we want to do.
This is extreme measures. This is a lot of preparation for maybe 1 or 2 minutes of good TV, right?
But they're all so good. They're all like in sync. Oh, it's on Prime.
Okay.
The Artemis 2 is currently on its way to the moon. So what happens is they take off, they circle the Earth twice, and then they take on for their 14-day trek to the moon. But this kid got to get out of school and watch it. It was pretty cool.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the moon, that's why.
So he said frickin', but like he had like a little speech impediment. And so they were like, we can't play with that.
Hey,
so
you want to hear what's cool about this? Is that they're going to get the best images ever, by the way, of the moon. They're going to come so close that they'll have the best images ever of all over the moon. They'll go, all around it. But you know how they're sending them back? Via laser beam.
That is
They're
awesome.
shooting a laser beam back to Houston, and embedded in that laser beam are the images.
Oh, okay.
Because light moves faster than sound or data. It's going to be back like momentarily.
Isn't that crazy?
That is bananas.
Isn't it crazy that the aliens have been doing this for like hundreds of years, though? They're probably like noobs.
All right, here's how it works. You give us a buzz, we'll break down your horoscope, and then we'll cut up the tarot deck. We bought these tarot cards at a rummage sale about 15 years ago when Kat was looking for a toothbrush, and she found one, and then she found the deck, and we got it for $25. We're not even sure all the cards are there, but it seems to be coming up Yahtzee very, very often. Jay, how's it feeling, man? How's the weekend looking?
Looking pretty good. Good to be done with work.
I believe it. We know that Jay Cat is a Taurus.
All right, so for Taurus, generally you come up with the perfect witty answer one day too late. So impulse and intuition take a backseat to your excellent self-control. The day ahead presents one opportunity to let go of the inhibition that sometimes holds you back. And then it says, yield to your instincts a little and see what happens. And it also encourages you to socialize today. So do you have anything planned tonight?
Yes, going to a fish fry.
Oh,
Fish
well,
fry,
there you go.
there it is. And that's all
I have
coming
not
up, Jay.
been to a good fish fry yet.
Really?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I know they are. I just haven't made time.
And tonight's
for
the
it.
last time. You know what I mean? Most of them will be done now.
My
that
dad
Lent is
runs
over.
the one in Swanville.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Patriot.
Okay.
Cafe.
Good enough.
Got it.
Shout out to Patriot Cafe. Let's look at his tarot card since he's going to the fish fry. What's this doing?
Okay, this is for the Knight of Cups, and it stands for, this could be a good night for you, Jay. Charm, romance, and sensitivity.
Oh, chicka wow wow.
Uh-oh.
Get it on.
Oh, boy. Better get some Barry Manilow on.
I was going to say, you sounded slightly intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The
Fair enough.
Copacabana gets you going, huh?
That's it. Or is it Mandy?
What's that?
No, never mind. I'm way above your pay grade right now. All right, dude, have a great weekend. Thanks for
Amanda.
checking in. No, not.
We got to go,
Don't
Jay.
try and figure it out. We're just going to let you go, man. Have a great weekend. Good morning, Stacy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Big plans for the weekend? Anything fun going on?
I go to an Easter egg hunt, sort of family.
I like that.
I'm going to a few Easter egg hunts.
Look at you. You're going to rack it up. So we know that Stacy is a Virgo, Kat. Let's start with her horoscope. What's she looking like?
Well, this is a day to think about your private life. Expect to be a little sensitive to all kinds of demands from those close to you. You have the power to create greater harmony at home or even in your relationship. And then it says, even if the answers aren't found today, it will be useful to simply ask the questions. So Are there certain things that kind of feel like loose ends in your life right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one-word
wanna
answers
tell
are always the best. Let's go with her tarot card.
Three of Pentacles is the card that popped out for you, and it stands for praise, recognition, and completion.
Ooh, what are you wrapping up? What's a completion thing? You got a home project or anything like that you're putting the cap on?
Yeah, working on getting the basement set up
There you
for
go.
summertime.
I like that. And how much more work do you have on that?
And not too much work.
So you should be able to look at that. It lined up perfectly. So
Love that.
happy
I'm
Easter.
good.
I hope you have a great weekend, Stacey. Thanks for checking in. We're looking for a little good news. So can you tell me something good?
We're talking about Teresa Gola today from
Teresa.
Massachusetts, a year shy of 100, and her only ask for her birthday theme was hunky firefighters, and they showed up.
I was shocked to see all this. I expected a couple of them to come, not the whole fire department.
What's your secret to a long life?
Wine. You have a little bit of wine every night, you're all set.
It's totally in Teresa fashion. She gets a fireman calendar every year for her birthday.
Firemen are the best in the world. The best.
I get she had her no teeth in.
The best.
Listen, I get it. This old woman wants to see some man meat. Now,
But
flip
these
that.
aren't the firefighters from Hunks.
Flip this, though. And if you're a 99-year-old guy and you want the Hooters staff to show up, you're an old pervert. This
no,
is what this
they
is.
would do it.
Nah.
That would
You're an old pervert if you're 99 and you want all the Hooters girls to show up. This is what's wrong with our society, and it ends now.
be. Well, that is what's good.
Tell me something good. How about you old pervert? What's good?
I get to smell a baby tonight. And no, I will not make any jokes about putting it in my purse. I'm so excited.
Who does that?
my friend Sammy just had a baby, Clayton, and he is just like the cutest, smushiest baby. We're going to bring over some lasagna, garlic bread, some salad, and I'm not going to take up too much of her time, but I am so excited to see the baby. And that is what's good.
None of that should have aired. That was so wrong. Tell me something good. I'm extremely proud of my 18-year-old son, Nolan, and mostly because looking forward to a summer job, especially before he goes away to college. He found one just a mile down the road. We got a little bar and grill, and he's bartending. And my daughter also works there while she's in college. And I had said, hey, how's he doing? Because, like, you worry about this range of teenagers and how like maybe not socially apt they are, right? And she's like, he's doing really good with all the locals. He's learned their names and their drink of choice. And
Haven't
I'm like,
you known by now that your kids are better with other people than they are with you? Like I love my kid. He's great with me, but he's like way better with other people.
That's a fun surprise.
Yeah.
So for me, he's going to make some money. He's going to be out of the house. He's going to get to learn the locals' names, and that's what's good. Tell me something good. Carmen, I really appreciate you holding for a while. You want to tell us what's good?
My sister just gave birth to my first nephew, and he's the cutest thing, and I'm completely in love.
I love that.
So,
You're just going to, when he comes to your house, he won't ever want to go back to hers. That's how I look at my sibling or my siblings' kids. Yeah, I want to totally
And you get to
spoil.
give them back right away whenever you want. That's the best part about it. Do we have a name?
Right. His name is Justin. Justin
I like
Kyle.
that. Very cute. And you're going to be the best auntie ever. So I'm in the batting cage with some of our ball players yesterday, and one of the kids pointed out that every time a certain kid, and everyone's got their own bat now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone drops $400 on a brand new bat. There is one bat, and I think it's the Cat X, but it's that bing, bing. It's and I didn't
Is
realize.
it a good one? Like,
No,
do you want that?
well, it's a good bat, right? The ball really jumps off the bat. But for some reason, and you can hear it if you go to ballparks this summer and there's youth ball going on, you can hear certain bats have a certain sound. And he pointed it out because he leaned over to me and he goes, that makes my ears bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see all the other boys laughing every time this kid would hit.
Yeah.
Because I go, and I kind of get this like, it's almost like when somebody just, if they touch you out of nowhere and it kind of scares you. But I didn't realize I was wincing every time I heard that. And so I was like, all right, yeah, obviously that's a thing. But I don't think there's another sound in my life that makes me do that.
Anytime I told you tinfoil is crumpled up, I hate that. I don't know. It's just anything with metal really bothers me. So I would probably not fare well.
So if I was to take like a screwdriver and scrape it
practice.
across some sheet metal, that would make you wince?
Yeah, I would assume that would bother me.
Todd, good morning.
Oh, the worst sound. Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah, what makes you genuinely wince?
My kids or anybody rubbing their fingernails on my jeans or any jean material.
Really? Like on fabric? That'll make you...
Jeans especially. It gives me goosebumps. It's worse than the chalkboard. It's terrible.
Can you recap this email from Dan here real quick?
It's from Matt.
Or Matt, sorry, Matt.
Yeah, Matt had said, my wife has been getting calls from 800 numbers, 866 numbers all day. Every day she'll quick swipe and ignore them. For sure they're collectors. I asked her who it is. She said they're spam. Don't worry about it. When she was in the shower, I answered it was the Bank of Omaha needing a payment. She's the banker of our family. Are we in more trouble than I even knew? How can I find out? Her name is on everything. And back to when I said partnership is everything. Matt is writing the Playhouse before asking his wife.
I'm sure he knows she's going to be embarrassed. And it's one of those things that people sometimes just get super defensive. And really, I'm sure his only concern is resolution here, not necessarily who's at fault, because everybody makes these kind of mistakes. We all overspend on something. So my question is, if you've been through this, like, what's the good next move? Hey, Dee, how you doing?
Good.
Good. We appreciate you calling the show. Have you been through something like this?
Still kind of going through it. For a few months, I noticed that my husband was receiving the same calls and just acting really weird. And I finally just started digging, and he was opening credit cards, had payday loans. And so I have basically just taken over everything to try and get the debt gone and to find out why he can't share the information. Part of my deal is that he needs to have therapy to find out why he's so insecure with sharing this with me.
So do you know what he's spending money on? Because JJ made a good point where he's like, what if she's just in quicksand and she's like borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, trying to pay off these loans, not buying dumb things like outfits or nails and stuff like that. Like, what is your husband buying?
Dumb stuff.
Dumb stuff.
So he thinks you have more money than you really do, and he thinks you're going to find a way out.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's a big collector of sports memorabilia, and so.
Yeah, I get it. How long do you think, now that you're in charge, how long until, I mean, this is like a couple years payoff, or you think you're going to get it down this year? What do you think?
The forecast I have right now is by December, it should all be paid off.
Okay.
But we're going to be really broke for the rest of the year.
I like that. I like that you've thought far enough ahead as to there's a problem here and we should get somebody that can help us sort it out. So you turn to, probably somebody a little bit more skilled. And
how does he feel about therapy?
He hasn't called to make the appointment, so I think it might be a little battle, but
yeah. Well, it's something that somebody doesn't want to do. They're not going to be in a rush to make sure that it happens. Some people just drag their heels. Maybe it's something as a wife, sometimes we have to just book those appointments. So maybe you just say Tuesday, 9:00, be there.
If you book it, though, he's going to have a reason to not go, isn't he?
I think if I book it, he would go.
Okay.
It's just the act of admitting and taking the steps to fix the problem.
That's why they say that's the first step. So
yeah, he's definitely shown a lot of embarrassment, and so I'm just trying to be kind and understanding, but also firm. Like, you're going to be on an allowance. This is how it's going to be, and it's going to be rough for you for a little bit, but I'm going to teach you.
I'm so glad you took these steps. Like, you didn't light him up, you didn't embarrass him, you didn't
leave
scream at him. Yeah, you didn't say you got to get a third job to make up this money. You're like, we'll figure it out together. But in the meantime,
this is like, for me, I don't know about you. Did you say this is like a one and done? You don't ever want to be in this position again. Does he know that?
Oh,
like
for
what's
sure.
on the line? Okay. That's good.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But he's required to pick up extra hours at work to help pay it off, and I've picked up some side work as well, so we'll get it done. But
I really think in this situation, you did absolutely the best thing. I mean, you're not making it a finger-pointing thing. You're just saying, here's what it is. We need to make sure it doesn't happen again. We'll get through this together. I think you're doing this all right. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
Hey, really appreciate you sharing this morning. I think this might help out. I hope you have a great morning.
You too. Bye-bye.
I mean, that was
a
it. Like,
very
that was
strong marriage. That's a marriage. That's a partnership. When you can both go through something really hard like that, and then you're like, we're going to come together. We are going to handle something that you did. As long as I know for the rest of my life, I don't ever have to have this conversation again.
Like, what a smart, mature way to handle that. Dean joins us. We were talking about the tipping situation. We got a text from a listener who had gone and got breakfast with her kids. She punched in her order into the kiosk. She goes to grab her order. Somebody yells, "No tip!" And she buckled. She went right back and gave a tip.
And how sad. It's like, it costs a lot of money to eat out at even drive-thrus right now. So to go and spend your money, treat your kids to breakfast and have that happen, not cool.
Thoughts on this, Dean?
Hey, my biggest thought on this, as someone who used to be like a server, there might be a little bit of arguments on certainly on the side of the cooks or whatever, but yelling out saying no tip, absolutely not.
Right.
I just think go ahead.
Okay. I think there are some places like your Subways, your stuff like that, where you're like watching someone making you breakfast. Like, I think there's some justification for that. Just like there's almost like dinner and a show in a weird way.
Yeah.
But like going to like a big fast food giant, demanding a tip. No, you can't do that.
You were a server and you were in this business. Would have you ever had the cojones enough to yell out no tip when somebody's, just completely blanked you?
Oh, absolutely not. I've been a server for over 10 years now. That's not happening. I've had $100 plus tabs that I've never had a tip on. And yeah, that's an awful night to go home to, but that's unfortunately part of the business.
Yeah, and then you got to think how fast that word spreads. Like, I just went there and this happened, and they tell their friends tell their friends. And
where on the other hand, everyone's telling everybody, hey, Dean was my server and he was awesome. You should tip him 40%.
Absolutely.
It took a long time to answer that, Dean. I don't know if you're that great of a server.
No, I think good service absolutely shows itself. I mean, and repeat customers come back and they always tip you better and better each and every time.
Fair enough.
So good service always shows better than bad service.
I love it. Thanks for chiming in this morning, man. I hope you have a good day.
Yep, you as well.
Hey, I want to get to Jill here real quick. I know we're kind of closing in on our top of the hour, but Jill, tell me about your theories on tipping.
I like tipping with Target when I pick up my groceries, because they don't expect tips, so it's nice to give them a tip.
Oh, like when they run them out to your car, you're saying.
Yeah, and I've gone to Taco Bell before, and I've gone through and been give them $10. Like, you guys are always awesome. It's good to give people tips when they don't expect it. They're so much more appreciative.
You want to recap this email real quick?
Yeah, from Nina. She had said that she belongs to the social women's group, that they get together once a month. They do something fun. There's 30 people in this group, and they went out for karaoke last Friday. And she made a connection with this guy that was at the bar, and so did another woman in her group. And then he ended up exchanging numbers with both of them. She's like, what's the rule for when this happens? Should I back off? Should she get him? Should I fight for him? We had a great conversation, a really cool connection. Obviously, maybe not strong enough in his mind, because he ended up giving his number to somebody else.
Why not?
But
you go car shopping, you don't just go to one lot, do you?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
But also the same group of women, you give your number to both of them.
Yeah. In his eyes, this might have floated around to 5 or 6 of them. That's what he's thinking. Dawn, what would you do here? I mean, what's the right move?
I would go for it. There are no rules. There is no fighting. I would be straight up with her and say, I don't know, I saw you give this guy your number. I also gave him my number. We made a good connection, and I just want to be straight up and honest with you, because I don't want nothing to come between you and I, but I'd like to see where him and I go. We might just end up friends, but we might end up as more. And if we do, I will also be straight up and honest with you and let you know where this relationship is going.
Yeah, whatever happened to good old-fashioned competition? You know what I mean? Like, it makes you better.
Right, and I think if you're just straight up and honest, don't be cutthroat like, I'm going to get the man, then you're going to cause drama within the group. But if you're straight up and honest and just go for it and be friendly about it,
yeah,
I guess it all depends on what your intentions are.
Would you recommend just hoeing it up right away?
What's that?
Would you recommend just hoeing it up right away?
Like giving up the goods?
No,
yeah.
Cookies, free cookies?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might get a good friend out of it, or you might see something she doesn't in him.
Ooh.
So therefore, you could find out that he's not good for either one of you.
I feel like when you turn it into a competition, it takes away the sincerity of the whole situation.
It makes it more fun.
Then you just want to win. You're not about like what the heart's telling you to do. So
good stuff, though. Hey, Dawn, thanks for checking in. We really appreciate your thoughts on this. If you want to hit us up, I'd love to hear from you. Know what? Let's get a guy's perspective on this real quick. Kevin, let's say you guys are both looking at the same girl and you exchange numbers on a guy's angle on this. Who gets the girl?
I was kind of in the same situation with a friend of mine, and we just kind of decided whoever was dating her the longest got to stick with it. So, but then that was the problem.
How did you guys not know that you were dating the same person?
Yeah, that was my question.
We're men. We're dumb.
And so you based a future relationship on who she had been hooking up with the longest.
And then you're like, you can have her like an object.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's more. I mean, I don't know if it was. I mean, I was attached to her, but at the same time, it's dating's not a problem for me. So if she didn't really want to keep going with it, other fish in the sea.
I love this guy. Seniority rules.
Yeah.
You hear this woman, and is this right?
Hi, my name's Carly, and I started a series called Ew. Today's episode is when a man says that he doesn't wash his towel that often because he's clean when he uses it. Ew.
Now, if you're my 18-year-old son, Nolan, every time a towel gets touched, it goes into the laundry. We do loads of just his towels.
So you guys do. Do you think when he goes off to college, he'll be the one that just has it all year?
A towel.
Yeah.
In college. I had one. And you'd get out of the shower, usually come back with it around your waist. You get dressed in your room, and you just throw it over your bedpost or something. And usually it would be okay. I mean, it's just wet. But in theory, you're getting out of the shower clean. It's just got a little moisture. Hopefully that'll, and if you're living in the dorm, they're always so dry.
Yeah, moisture, though, breeds bacteria. So after a couple of days, you got to ditch the towel. You got to get a clean one. It's just the adult thing to do.
So what do you see in a bathroom that makes you go, ew, right away?
If ever I see on anyone's counter the toothbrush in a holder, that grosses me out. There's just too many things in the air that land. And then, the obvious, the curly fries. It's like clean up your bathroom.
And dudes, you can't hit that mark by now. Like you're really peeing all over the place. That's bananas. Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You would give me the ew if you walked into my bathroom and saw what?
Shaved hair in the sink.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you're talking like beard hair or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I got my husband the Beard King.
Is it the little cape thing that catches it all?
Well, it suctions to the mirror. Okay, you have two suction cups, and then it goes around you like you're eating at Red Lobster. and then he will shave into it, and then he takes the suctions off. But he does things like, for example, he filled up my coffee huge tumbler today, and then he was taking the milk cap off, and he does things with such fury, and all of the coffee that was in this all over our carpet. And then he gets flustered, So he does that with the suction cups. He'll go, and then all the hair goes everywhere.
Who's the man in your life that's not too clean with all their little shavings?
My dad.
Yeah. It's just everywhere.
And then he can't boss your dad around because he pays for the house. He's like, listen, it's my domain.
My dad and my brother.
Ish, you're surrounded.
Hairy guys are the worst, man. They got because they're just used to being animals. You know what I mean? So
you got to leave your long hair everywhere. Comb comb your hair, take it out of the brush, and just leave it
If
there.
I was to look in your shower drain, is there a lot of your long hair in there?
No, because my toddler has me clean it out. She thinks it's gross already.
She's smart. What's her name? She needs credit.
Hazel.
Hazel. All right, tell Hazel we said hi. Thanks for checking in this morning. We appreciate you. I hope you have a good day.